All right, we are going to be solving another question under reinforced cement concrete. And the question says a metallic tube of internal diameter 25 mm and 5 millimeter thickness is simply supported. Take note of the word simply supported on a span of what? 1 meter, and the load at the mid span just sufficient to bring the stress to elastic limit level is found to be 90 Newton. All right, so here the load, either you say W or P, is what? 90 Newton. All right, 4 such tubes are firmly clamped to each other to form a single beam. The center of the tube forming a square of 35 mm side with 2 sides horizontal. Calculate the maximum central load which this composite beam can carry if the stress is not to exceed elastic limit. All right, now they are giving us an illustration of one single tube. It is concentric, that is circular. It has the internal diameter is nothing but what? The internal diameter is 25 mm and 5 mm thickness. That is, the thickness is what? Is 5 mm. All right. And they said it is simply supported. That is one. So they now said we now have 4 such of that kind of tube that is clamped together. Exactly. And the distance is what? 35 mm and 35 mm. Do you understand? So that's the distance. So we are going to be analyzing one of these tube first. Then after we analyze one of the tube, then the load on that tube. So we are going to use the idea now to analyze the complex tube together. Exactly. All right. So the first thing you are going to note here is we want to find our external diameter. Though I wrote it here to be what? 35 mm. But you can see we are not given this from the question. Do you understand? All right. So and then anytime we are having a tube, the diameter, the external diameter will be equals to what? Internal diameter plus 2 thickness, and the internal diameter is given to us as 25. 25 plus 2 into thickness is 5. All right, so 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 25 is 35. So this will give us 35 mm. So that is how we arrive at 35 that we have here. All right, so for a single tube with load at the mid-span, you understand? So we are analyzing one of the tube. Let's say this one here with load at the mid-span. So you are going to note that anytime we have a beam, you understand, that carries a load at the mid-span and it is simply supported, the maximum bending moment of such beam is nothing but what? WL divided by 4, or you can say PL divided by 4. All right. So for a single tube with the load at the mid-span, for a single tube with the load at the mid-span, the maximum bending moment is PL all over 4. So this will be equals to the P here is what? 900. So it's going to be 900 multiplied by the length of the beam is what? 1 meter, right? So it's going to be 1 divided by 4. 900 times 1 divided by 4 is going to give us what? 225 Newton meter. 225 Newton meter. All right. Now you are going to the next thing we are going to be doing is to find the moment of inertia of that tube, just one of that single tube. Exactly. So and this is going to be taking a circular, a concentric a concentric circular section. It is a circular section and it is concentric. So the moment of inertia is going to be pi over 64 into what? D to the power of 4 minus D to the power of 4. The first D is the external diameter, while the second D is what? Internal. So this is going to be pi divided by 64 into D to the power of 4 minus D to the power 4. All right. So if we substitute here now, moment of inertia is going to be pi over 64 into the external diameter is 35 to the power of 4 minus our internal diameter is 25 to the power of 4. All right, so if you press this in your calculator, you're going to have your answer to be 54487. 54487. 54487 m to the power of 4, right? Mm to the power of 4. All right, so that's it. That's it. All right, so we have gotten the moment of inertia. Now you are also going to note that if you want to calculate the our y value here, you know the y value is going to be the distance from the either from the top to the what, to the neutral axis, or from the neutral axis to the bottom. Do you understand? And because it is concentric, it is sorry, because it is symmetrical. Do you understand? So we are going to have y to be equals to d divided by 2, and our d here is 35. So this is going to be 35 divided by 2. Is that clear? All right. Now we are also going to be recurring from our Fleischer equation. Our Fleischer equation that states that stress all over what? All over y is equals to maximum bending moment divided by what? Divided by I. So maximum stress bending moment, maximum stress all over what? All over y will be equals to maximum bending moment all over what? Moment of inertia. All right, so if we make our stress here the subject, we are going to have, okay, let's put it here because of, so this is going to be m max y all over what? ISS. All right, so if we substitute now, so what is our maximum bending moment? Our maximum bending moment is 225 for that single tube, multiplied by what? Y is 35 divided by 2, then divided by what? So you can just say divided by 54448. All right, so this is what we are going to have. All right, so if you press this in your calculator directly, you are going to have this to be 72.3 Newton per what? Per mm square. 72.3 Newton per mm squared. All right, so that is what we are going to have. So now that we have the value for the moment of inertia for the single tube, and then we know the bending stresses, that is the maximum bending stress, or the maximum stress in the tube, which is what? 72 Newton. Now, so now we are not going to we are not going to consider the complex section now, that is, sorry, the composite section, that is the O section. So now we are going to find the moment of inertia of the composite section. All right, so let's clean this part. All right, so what will be the formula for the moment for this composite section? Since we know one of the section and everything is circular, so it's going to be 4, because we are having 4 sides, 1 2 3 4, right? So it's going to be 4 into what we have here, that is this formula here, then plus pi over 4 into d to the power of 2 minus d to the power of 2 multiplied by d over 2. Let me write it out for us. So our moment of inertia for the complex section, let's put this to the bar, is going to be 4 into pi all over 64, into what? Into d to the power 4 minus d to the power of 4, then plus what? Plus pi all over 4 into d to the power of 2 minus d to the power of 2, then multiply by d divided by 2. So this is what we are going to have. All right, so this is the moment of inertia for the composite section. All right, so now the next thing is to make our substitution. Now we already know what this is, right? We already know what this is, so we just substitute. So here we just put our diameter to our external and internal diameter value there, and so we are going to have this to be, so let's clean this part. I is going to be 4 into 54487 plus pi all over 4 into our external diameter is 35 square minus 25 squared, then multiply by 35 divided by 2. All right, so that is what we are going to have. Now if you press this value in your calculator, you are going to have this to be 144317. 144317, that is 4 into 54487 plus 144317. All right, we are making progress. So if you now sum the two values together, then you multiply by 4, we are going to have 795216. 795216. Our unit is going to be mm to the power of 4. All right, now you know, the other time we consider the load on the that is acting on the single tube to be P. Now we are going to consider the load that is acting on the composite beam now to be P prime. Is that clear? So if the load that is acting on the composite beam now is P prime, so again we can therefore find the we are going to be using this same formula again, but we are going to be finding the maximum bending moment. You know, is now going to be P prime multiplied by L divided by what? Divided by 4. Is that clear? So it's going to be, let's first find the maximum stress, sorry, the maximum bending moment, because it is simply supported. So it's going to be P prime multiplied by L divided by 4. So, and here we'll be using we will be converting to meter here, because so we'll be converting to millimeter. Is that clear? Our length here is in 1 meter, right? So if we convert it to meter, it's going to be 1000 mm. So here we are going to have 1000 P prime divided by 4, right? All right, so that is what we are going to have. Now again, if you divide 1000 by 4, you are going to have 250. So our maximum bending moment will be equals to 250 P prime. All right, so gotten that. So now we can therefore now use this formula now to analyze our maximum stress. So we'll make our solution, then we'll find our P prime. If we analyze it like this, maximum bending moments all over what? All over I SS bar will be equals to maximum stress all over what? All over Y. All right, so this is what we are going to use. Now we have gotten our maximum stress for the composite section is 250 P prime, right? So we'll put it here, and our ISS is what? This is the value that we have, and our stress, we have calculated our stress the other time. The maximum stress, our maximum stress is 72.3. Is that clear? 72.3. And our Y now, because we are dealing with the composite section now, so it's going to be equals to what? 35. Is that clear? All right, so let's make our substitution. So we are going to have this to be 250 P prime all over what? All over 795216. 5216 is equals to 72.3, right? Divided by what? Divided by 35. So if you make P prime the subject, so P prime will be equals to 72.3 multiplied by 79216. No, 795216. Then we are going to divide by 35 multiplied by 250. All right, so if you press this directly in your calculator, you are going to have this to be nothing but what? 6570. 6570. All right, going to have P prime to be equals to 6570 Newton. So we can decide to take it to kilo Newton. If you want to take it to kilo Newton, you divide by 1000. So it's going to say that P prime will be equals to what? If we divide by 1000, 1, 2, 3, that is 6.570 kilo Newton. So this is how to go about this question. First, consider a single tube. You understand? So we consider a single tube to get the what? To get the maximum stress. Is that clear? So we now use that idea now to now we now consider the complex section now. That is the whole tube together now. Do you understand? Then we analyze the moment of inertia. Do you understand? So when after we've done that, then we now go to our Fleischer equation. We substitute all the value that we have, and then we now consider the maximum stress now. Do you understand? When we consider the whole section, do you understand? And we assume the load that is going to be P prime. Just similar way we analyze for the single tube is also similar for, to the way that we analyze for the complex section. I believe you understand this, and you believe you find this very helpful. You understand? So let's know that in the comment section. Peradventure, if today is your first time coming across our content, do well to give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends who might be in need of this. And again, we have a well-structured written material on reinforced cement concrete. You understand? If you want our handwritten material, this is written by us, well organized, well structured. You can just reach out to us by sending us a direct message, either on our WhatsApp or our email. You are going to see our information, our description. Do well to reach out. Thank you. Stay tuned for more.